hearing it shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. Today's October 28th. We have a very busy docket, as you can kind of see. There's a lot of people here, a lot of cases on the docket. We've got several reviews, so people who have reviews need to be in the courtroom and come up to the table to the right when your name's called. We're going to review your file, see what progress you've made on quarters you have. Go ahead, call reviews.
Mary E. Bailey, Heather Blevins, James Conley, Destiny Gerald, Nicole Cosner, Joseph Green, Charles R. Hall, Jr.
Mary Bailey, 23-7-11. Mary Bailey. She hasn't appeared and hasn't finished.
Your Honor, she's here. I believe she's on there.
Okay. Is this Mary?
Mary.
You're married? Okay. Do you still have some, can you pay anything on your fines? You still have some?
I'm going to pay it off at noon.
Okay. Very good. Here's what I'm going to do. Will you write this down for her, Mr. Cooper? I'm going to give her another date, but if she pays it off, she doesn't have to come back.
Ask him if I pay it off. Do I have to come back?
You do not.
December 13th. If she pays it off, she doesn't have to come back. All right, folks, stand up, please. Heather Blevins.
That's when you come back.
Heather
If I
Blevins.
pay it off, I don't have to. Okay, thank you.
Heather Blevins has been called. Has not finished, has not appeared. James Conley.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Conley apparently is on teleconference. Yes.
Yes, sir.
22-27-20 and 22-25-37. So no VI and a no operator's license. You still owe fines, costs, and community service.
Yes, Your Honor. I got, well, I went in the 20th and I went in from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I've got, we didn't have a paper for her to sign, so she just wrote it out on a blank piece of paper and she wrote like, everything that I've done and put her number down and signed it. I can show you guys the paper if you need me to.
Who are you talking about, she?
It's Shauna Deneen. She works at Portsmouth Animal Clinic. It's the animal shelter in Portsmouth.
Okay.
Your Honor, you'll have to get me proof of it. I have no proof of it.
All right.
And it needs to be something on their letterhead. It ain't gonna be something handwritten.
They need to submit something on letterhead. You need to get that in and get it approved. You still owe 38 hours of community service, and you still have a balance on your fines. Are you making a payment?
I can make a payment Thursday when I get paid, Your Honor.
Okay, and on this one, the 22-25-37, just to let you know, it was supposed to be paid off by April 1st, and since it wasn't paid off, it went in on your license, so your license is going to be revoked now for not paying that.
And that's going to all be paid in full on that.
Yeah.
All right. How much did you say was left on that, Your Honor?
On that one, that's the no operator's license, $160.
160. All right. I can pay 50 on Thursday. That's all. I mean, I really don't have much else to work with here. I haven't been working that much, Your Honor. Everything's just been real crazy with the economy the way it is.
Okay, well, you got to get this done. If you don't have community service credited by the next time, I want you to be here in person. So get some community service turned in and get it credited and talk to either Mr. Major or Mr. Cooper about that to confirm before your next hearing. I'm going to set your next hearing December 2nd. That's the first Monday in December at 9 a.m.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
December 2nd, you're welcome. December 2nd, 9 a.m.
All right.
All right, Destiny Gerald. Okay. She She's not here, which is disappointing. Let me,
No, she was on community service.
okay. I'm gonna put her aside. She's at Hawk with Mr. Kettlinger, or she was. I'm going to text him and see why she isn't here. Okay, he's pretty good about getting back, so we'll see. Nicole Cosner, 2450.
Ready? Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, you finished Star?
Yeah, you said that you would suspend the fee
Yes.
or whatever. Yes.
The fine suspended, you finished Star successfully?
Yes, yes, and I'm gonna pay $20 on my balance today too.
Okay, so you'll just have the, so you just have the court costs?
Yes, sir. If I pay that off before my next review hearing, do I have to come back?
You've got some community service to do too. You had 30 hours community service.
Oh, that I didn't know. I wasn't
Well,
aware
let
of
me-
the community
Let me
service.
review it, make sure I'm right on that.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
I've got a cheat sheet note that tells me what you're supposed to do. Then I look at the judgment entry. It actually doesn't sentence you to community service. That's wrong. You didn't have community service.
Thank you.
So all you have is your fine, or actually your court cost, because your fine's suspended.
Right.
So get that done and you don't have to come back.
Okay, all right.
So
Thank you.
congratulations on finishing Star. I'll set your next hearing for December 6th. If you paid it off by then, you don't have to be here. December 6th, 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Joseph Green, 24-151. He hasn't done anything on his case, so it's not surprising he's not here today. The warrant issued for failure to appear. Charles Hall Jr.
Yes, sir.
24-118, 23-596. He's at the counseling center. And really just getting started, Greg.
No, he's been with us for a while, Your Honor.
80-some days, Your Honor.
Okay. It says, maybe it's a different program he starts. It says Charles is enrolled in Scioto County Men's 2.5 program, which started October the 11th.
Yes.
So that's something different.
Yes, the next level of care. And I talked to my counselor yesterday, Your Honor, and I was doing my, what's that called? When I'm getting ready to get out next month.
Uh-huh.
My next level of care, and he recommended 2.1. That's the next level, because I'm in 2.5 now, which is HTC Health Outpatient. And he said something about I have to give my probation officer the address where I was supposed to be at.
Okay. See Mr. Major today before you leave. Will you have an address to give him today?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, it says you're doing well, so congratulations on
Thank you.
that.
Hey, Your Honor, I did one day of community service for Ironton, and TCC kind of called them and messed everything up for me where I couldn't go. And now I have to do it when I get out. So is that okay with you?
Yeah. I want your sobriety is the first order of business. That's got to be your top priority, and you're making it a priority.
All right.
You've got community service, but we can wait till you get finished with your
How
treatment.
many hours is that, 60?
30.
30?
30 hours.
Yes, sir. I'll be doing that at the dog pound.
Okay, that's fine. We accept that. December 6th is going to be your next hearing, 9 o'clock. That's a Friday. December 6th. Okay, good job. Keep it up.
I will.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Kimberly Jones, Cynthia King, Stephen Littlejohn, Tara Maynard, Donald Porter, Stephanie Romans, Davin Tippett, Ronald Ferguson.
All right, Kimberly Jones is here. Ms. Jones, how are you?
Doing good. I gotta go to the heart specialist, St. Mary's. I got a murmur, heart murmur.
Sorry
I just
to hear
found that out when I went to the hospital when I fell and I had to pass an out spell, so they got me scheduled with 2 different specialists. I'm gonna start volunteering at the first of the month again. And I did make a payment Tuesday. Right there, he seen me.
I see that in your file.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm trying, I really am.
Good luck with your appointment. I'll set your next hearing for December 9th.
December the 9th.
9th, that's a Monday.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Cynthia King. Cynthia King,
Yes, sir.
192880. Okay, everything's done except for paying on your fines.
Yes, I paid $175 this morning.
Okay, online.
Yes.
I'll set you for December 2nd, 9 o'clock. It's a Monday. Once this is paid off, you can book one of these hearings.
Okay.
December 2nd.
Hopefully in 2 weeks I'll pay the rest of it off.
9 a.m., December 2nd. Stephen Littlejohn, 1054. Is that RRS?
What's happening?
Getting ready to start a new job, it says.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your Honor, he remains compliant.
Very good. Do you have any money to pay on your fine today?
No, not today, Your Honor, but as soon as I get my first check, I intend on paying it off, so.
Okay. Well, that's all you've got left to do. Once you've paid it off, you can quit coming to these hearings.
Okay.
December 2nd. This has been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, December
Yes.
2nd, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Get it finished. Tara Maynard,
Thank you, Your Honor.
2436. Tara Maynard. Tara Maynard has not done anything on her case, and she hasn't appeared today, so be a benchmark for failure to appear. Donald Porter is here. And I think you just have to pay on your fine, so you have a payment today.
I made one last week. I'll make one.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, 10/21. Okay, December 2nd will be your next hearing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stephanie Romans is here, 1730 She's at Bethesda. Sounds like you're making progress. We still got things you're working on. Okay. That's all you gotta do is finish that up.
Okay.
Do we have any time frame, or it's gonna be a while?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, you take what the time you need.
Okay.
Take the time you need to get where you need to be.
Okay.
So, it's important. So I'll see you on December 9th,
Thank you, Your Honor.
9 o'clock. Good luck.
Thank you.
Davin Tippett, 222344. So I know the community service done, you've done some extra toward your funds. And that's all you've got
No,
to do.
no,
You got some more to turn in?
yeah. Also, my name is pronounced Davon. It's not
All right,
bad.
sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll turn this over to Mr. Cooper, and he can look at it, see if he'll approve it for community service. I'll set your next hearing for December 2nd. If that pays you off, then you just need to get in touch with him and see if you're completed.
Also, where can I look at to set up the Zoom, how we thought we was gonna do it before? Because I'm in school today.
You can see Mr. Cooper or Mr. Major, they can give you the login.
Okay, I'd rather see Mr. Cooper.
Yeah. Okay. December 2nd is the next year. Ronald Ferguson, 23-923. I'm showing that you have 1 day of community service left. You did make a pretty substantial payment on your fine today.
I've been trying. I started a new job.
Okay. Very good. So what's your work schedule?
It's got me Monday through Friday, basically 9:50 in the morning up until 7 o'clock in the evening, but I can come and do it on Saturdays as long as you guys have them on Saturdays.
Well, what about your review hearing? It's going to have to be a Monday or a Friday.
I can make arrangements with them. They're actually kind of open to me they understand my situation, so they're okay with it.
Okay. All right, since you made a pretty good sized payment, I'm going to put you off till December 16th.
Thank you.
That's a Monday. And if you get it paid off and your 1 day community service done, you don't even have to come back on that day.
I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, that finishes the review. We're going to start arraignment hearings next. So anyone who has a new case or an old case with a warrant needs to come in court now. So I'm going to have some instructions for everybody, so let's all listen up, and then you can leave the courtroom if you want to after you hear this. So when your name's called, come up to the table to your right. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you choose to make statements, what you say is all on the record. Okay, the kids need to keep quiet. You're going to take them out. Can you take the kids out, please, ma'am?
I think my name may have been called and I was out in the lobby.
You'll be called next. Just- You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but if you do make statements, it's on the record. It can be used against you. So less said, the better, probably, for your sake. You have a right to talk to a lawyer. What you say to a lawyer is privilege. It can't be used against you. So the smart thing is to talk to the lawyer if you've got questions or you want to tell them your story as to what happened. But anything you say on the record here is going down and it's open game by the prosecutor to use against you. You have a right to have an attorney and have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights defendants have. You waive those rights, though, if you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea. So don't do that if you don't understand what's happening, if you're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial, any of those things I just said, you should enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case, and that lady, I think, is going to be called. So
State of Ohio versus Brandy M. Hines, case number TRC 23-182, TRC 22-2783, A and B.
All right, this one is on a failure to appear for review, and it was just last Friday, it looks like.
Yes. I got my dates mixed up.
Okay. And you did make a payment today. You still have some community service to do, too.
Yeah, my fine I'm going to actually pay off tomorrow.
Okay.
But the community service is just hard for me to do because I don't have childcare and I have a job. So it's just
Well,
hard.
I'm sorry about that. You don't have family members or anybody that would help you?
I don't have anybody. The only reason why I'm able to work is because me and their dad work opposite schedules.
Okay, so he babysits when
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to work out something where he babysits when you come to community service. The other option is jail, and I don't think you want
No,
that.
no.
Because you have a suspended jail sentence on the conditions you do some community service. Okay,
And
your
I
work
just talked to
schedule.
someone in the lobby about doing something at the senior center in Proctorville.
Talk to Mr. Cooper about that, and he can prepare for you.
Okay.
Fridays are better for your reviews,
Yes.
December 13th,
Okay, thank you. Come on.
9 o'clock, that's a Friday, December 13th.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Cody Davidson, case number TRD 242195.
Okay, are you Cody T. Davidson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davidson, you have a charge filed against you alleging on October the 9th at 3:28 p.m. in Perry Township, you failed to stop for a stop school bus that was either taking on or letting off students. That's an unclassified misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
Unfortunately for you, the good thing is there's no jail time possible on this. The bad thing is you can't get a court-appointed lawyer. You're welcome to have a lawyer, but you gotta hire one if you want one, because only people who could lose their liberty by going to jail can get a court-appointed lawyer. An unclassified misdemeanor doesn't carry any jail time. It carries a possible community service sentence, but no jail time.
Okay.
So if you want a lawyer, you'll need to get one on your own. You want me just to set this for a trial? What'll happen is they'll subpoena the bus driver in, and we'll have a hearing on it, and I'll make a decision based on that. Is that what you want to see happen?
What would I do if I just plead guilty?
If you plead guilty, then I'll hear what was alleged to have happened and make a sentencing decision.
I'm not sure what to do here.
Well, if you're not sure, then I'll just enter a not guilty plea and I'll set it for a trial. You can change your plea later if you wish, but the state will have to subpoena in the bus driver. So I'm entering a not guilty plea. Usually they have video.
Yeah.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. And let's see, I'm supposed to set this within 30 days. So I'm going to set it for November the 8th.
Okay.
That'll be at noon on November the 8th.
You can write it down on that paper.
For trial. And he can sign a $500 signature bond.
What time was it now?
Noon on November the 8th for trial. So if you've got witnesses, you need to have them here. You can subpoena them from the clerk's office if you wish. The school bus, failure to stop at a school bus is the allegation, and he wants a trial.
And I don't think I have a file of that, or if I will get a copy. What's his name?
Cody Davidson. Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
November the 8th, noon is your next hearing.
Okay. Thank you.
You're free to go.
State of Ohio versus Jadith Kinder, case number TRD 242128.
Same thing. Ma'am, are you Jadith Kinder?
Yes, sir.
It's alleged on October the 9th at 2:50 p.m. in Fayette Township, you failed to stop for a stop school bus. That's an unclassified misdemeanor, maximum penalty, 500 hours community service, $1,000 fine. There's no minimum on this charge. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty means you're admitting it's true.
Yes.
we'll need Mr. Hill back in. Okay, Mr. Hill, this is another, we don't usually have these, and then we get two in a row. Another stop school bus case, you pled guilty, so you want to try to get your file. So ma'am, just have a seat. I'm going to let the prosecutor get their file so that they can make a recommendation as to sentencing. So just have a seat, we'll recall it once they get their file back up.
What's her name?
Her name is Jadith Kinder, Kinder. Case number is 24, 21, 28.
State of Ohio versus Christy L. Meese, case number CRB 22207, A and B.
Ma'am, you're Christy Meese,
Yes, sir.
and who's this other gentleman?
This is my husband.
Okay, you'll have to go back and have a seat, sir. Mr. Meese, it's alleged, Mrs. Meese, it's alleged that you missed a review hearing September 29th of 22,
Yes, sir.
and that was on a theft offense.
Yes, sir.
Looks like you got arrested on, there was a warrant issued when you missed the hearing. You got arrested and you posted a bond now.
Yes, sir.
Do you admit or do you deny you missed that hearing back in 2022?
Yes, I did.
You admit it?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a good explanation for missing the hearing?
Got COVID the first time. Got it 2 more times after that. My 17-year-old had his 3rd kid, which I'm raising. And just, life just got the best of me for a long time.
Okay. Well, you've got a bond up now securing your appearance. So what that means is, before when you didn't show up, I issued a warrant. And maybe this is a secret, people don't know this, but if I issue a warrant to the sheriff for somebody missing a review hearing on a theft offense, they don't drop everything and go look for the person right away. It lays there until you have police contact, like apparently you did.
Right.
Then you get arrested. But now it's a different ballgame. You got a bail bondsman that will have to pay $1,500 to the court if you don't show up. He doesn't like to pay $1,500 to the court.
Right.
So you don't show up, he's going to be hunting you down. So you got to come to court. You got to get this finished. I'm showing that you got 10 days of community service and $385 in fines and court costs to pay.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna pay a lot of those today.
Okay, how much are you gonna pay, you know?
We're gonna try to pay like $200 on it.
Okay, I'll put you down for that. So I'm gonna set you for, it's gonna be a sentencing hearing now. That just lets me know that you got a bond up. And I will set it, we'll go about a month out before your next hearing. And what you need to do is just work on this community service. You can do community service here at the court any day but Sunday at 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to set it in December. November's pretty booked up. So let's make it, your next review hearings, or it'll be a sentencing actually. Copy this up. December the 6th. I'm going to write that down. There's in the little basket in front of you, there's a form that says my next hearing date is. Put that down and put it on the refrigerator so you don't forget. December the 6th at 10 o'clock for sentencing. And between now and then, work on it, go to the park, make a payment on your fine. Once you get this finished, you can quit coming to these hearings.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Freddie Atkins, case number CRB 23631, CRB 23437.
And Mr. Atkins, it's alleged that you missed a hearing on Friday.
Yeah, I had jury duty Thursday and Friday.
I'm sorry?
I had jury duty Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Were you got picked?
Yes. Yeah, I can get out of, I gotta go back 2 more days in November and 2 more days in December also.
What kind of jury was it, criminal? Or?
It's just a, like the grand jury before.
Oh, grand jury,
Yeah.
okay. How was that experience?
It was different.
Yeah. So you get to work with these guys over here on the
Yep.
prosecutor's office.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, so what are we doing on your cases? You
I
guys-
should have made an appointment this Friday.
Let's see.
That's all I got left.
Still, Mr. Stratton is your lawyer?
Yes.
Let's get him in here. He's here.
He's gonna be on.
He's going to be on Zoom at noon.
Oh, okay, he's not here. Okay, well, we'll just say, usually he is here, but he had a jury trial in Southern County today, I think, so. I'm just gonna reschedule for a time, and I'll let Mr. Sowers know you showed up.
Okay.
He's got your bond posted.
Do you want to make a sentencing?
Yeah, he'll be sentencing. Yeah, they're both sitting on the sentencing docket. So let's go, let's do a Friday, because I think he said he had a jury trial every Monday coming up inside the county. November 15th, that's a Friday. For sentencing. Do you have Mr. Stratton's contact information?
Yes.
Okay.
At 9 o'clock or?
10 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're up.
State of Ohio versus Hallie Russell, case number CRB 24691.
Ma'am, you're Hallie Russell?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Russell, it's alleged that at Rome Township, October 25th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Austin Michael Hollins. And it's alleged he either lives with you, a member of your household, or he's related to you by family. So that makes it a domestic violence charge. The maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. That's the most that can happen.
Okay.
There is no minimum. Do you understand the charge? Were you here when I explained defendant's rights?
Yeah.
Do you understand those? Do you have questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
What plea do you want to enter?
I'm not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
I don't need one.
Okay. Is Mr. Hollins here today?
Mm-mm.
No?
He said he didn't get a paper in the mail stating he had to come, so he didn't.
Okay. Is the state asking for a protection order on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
He didn't say it directly to me. He said it to my sister-in-law. I was at her house over the weekend.
Okay, do you all live together?
Yeah.
You're still living together? Or are you separated now?
I mean, we're still technically living together.
Well, here's the thing. Lawyer speaks, so I understand what he's saying. You have no clue what he's saying. He said he just asked for a protection order, which that means he's asking me to order you to stay away from him, so you all can't stay under the same roof, if that's the case, if I enter a protection order. Is that something you think he doesn't want?
I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't want. I don't really know. I haven't talked to him, so I don't know.
You haven't talked to him since this happened?
No.
So
I
you-
was told I wasn't allowed.
Well, that's true, but I'm just gonna make it more official by entering an order until at least you come out of court.
Okay.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you don't want a lawyer?
Yeah.
Why?
I
Actually, can I?
It's probably a good idea to have a lawyer.
Yeah, can I have one?
Are you working?
I don't know. I was. I don't know if they fired me that day or not because I was supposed to go into work, but I got arrested.
What do you do?
I work at Walmart. I'm a cashier.
So you're paid by the hour?
Mm-hmm.
How much per hour?
I make $14 an hour.
You have children?
I have one.
You're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you one.
Okay.
Mr. Smith, Roger Smith is going to be your lawyer.
Okay.
He's here, so we'll have him come in the courtroom.
Okay.
So you've been staying someplace?
Yeah, I've been staying at my brother's.
Okay. And you can still do that?
We need a protection
Possibly,
order,
yeah.
I think. I don't think
If
it's-
he doesn't want the protection order, he needs to call the prosecutor's office and let him know he doesn't want a protection order.
Okay.
And you can have your sister or somebody tell him that you're going to be ordered not to contact him. The reason this is, we do this, I just don't want to see somebody get hurt.
Right.
I want to keep you apart while things cool off before you come back to court. Don't want any more confrontations, and I don't know what happened, maybe nothing happened, but this is to be safe. Stay away from each other.
Your Honor, we can actually try to reach him
Okay.
to see if he wants a protection order, if that helps.
If you want to wait, ma'am, I'll have the prosecutor get a hold of him, try to get a hold of him and see if he actually wants a protection order.
Wait in the lobby for
There's
that.
not a phone number this year.
That'd be good, Judge, we'll do
Okay.
that.
We'll need a phone number because there's not one in the report.
Do you have a cell phone number?
Yeah, do you want me to?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
To the prosecutor.
It's 740-612-0891.
Okay.
Say that again, please.
740-612-0891.
Thank you.
Okay, you got it bond up, so it's going to continue. So the only issue is, are we going to have a protection order or not? So once you talk with Mr. Smith, I'll recall your case after the prosecutor tries to get a hold of the complaining party, see if he wants a protection order, then we'll decide whether to come back
Okay.
for the next hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Well, that's all we can do.
State of Ohio versus Robert Hill, case number TRD 24335.
You're Robert Hill?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had a hearing on Friday, and you weren't here, and you had a bond up, and I guess Mr. Sowers probably got a hold of you.
Yeah, he called me, texted me yesterday and told me to come in today and turn myself in and get on docket.
Okay. And looks like something happened to you.
Workman's comp.
Okay. You've got community service, which doesn't look like you'll be able to do for a while, but you also have fines that need paid. Can you make any payment on your fines today?
Yeah, pay 20 on it.
Okay, see the clerk to make that payment. I'll cancel the warrant since you came in. This is going to be a sentencing hearing. When will you be off the crutches, you know?
I have no clue. Been on them since July.
Do you have surgery or having surgery?
Wait and find out.
That seems like a long time to wait to see if you're going to have surgery.
Yeah. Well, last time with the doctors, he said he didn't want to cut into it because he's afraid infection set in it.
Okay, I'm going to set December 13th as your next hearing. Write this down. Mr. Cooper, you can help me, please. December 13th for a sentencing hearing, 10 o'clock. See the clerk to make your payment on your fines. And I'll let Mr. Sowers know that you came.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll cancel the bond forfeiture hearings on Hill and Freddie Atkins. They both came in, they had Sowers. Yes, Bill.
State of Ohio versus Devin L. Fletcher. This is a pretrial, Your Honor. Mr. Thompson is on Zoom, case number CRB 24502.
All right, Mr. Thompson has had some medical issues and he's been out, so we'll let him appear by teleconference. Mr. Fletcher is here in person. He's at Southern Hope.
Yes.
He's at Sober Living actually now. And it looks like he's doing well. It's a good report. Good job. How's the state going to proceed in this matter? This was an assault from August, that's when it was filed.
Yes, Your Honor, and we had a little bit of a time lapse there trying to locate the victim because this happened at a treatment facility, and I think he may have changed facilities or something, but we are not at this time willing to say that we won't pursue that charge. However, we're willing to give Mr. Fletcher some more time in treatment because he's doing good and we want him to do that. So,
all right, Mr. Thompson, do you have any input on this?
We're good with that. We would ask that it be continued to second or third week of December, if possible.
All right, how about December 13th?
Is that Monday?
December 16th.
16th?
That's a Monday.
That's fine. Thank you.
Next hearing will be December 16th for a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Mr. Thompson, you're okay with the time waiver?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Robert D. Fox, case number TRC 24-1009, A and B.
And this is also Mr. Thompson's case set for sentencing. He's at Bethesda. Good report.
He's close to graduating, and the only thing he needs to do is submit a graduation packet, and he'll be completed with treatment.
Okay. Do you have any idea when that time frame will be?
We should vote, it should be today, I'm believing that. We should vote on it, so it'll be with next, we hold a separate graduation though.
All right. This was second offense refusal.
We would not be opposed if the court did not actually impose any jail time at this time because of his success in the treatment. I don't know if it's time to sentence him or whether he needs to come back one more time.
What's going to be the plan after he leaves? Is there a plan?
Well, he does intensive outpatient, you know, we're always available for him to reach out to, but he's done, I mean, aftercare plan was intensive outpatient.
What is your plan, Mr. Fox? Where are you going to be going?
I mean, where am I going?
Where are you going to be living? What's your
Oh,
plan?
same address I've been
He
living at.
lives at home, he does
Okay.
outpatient.
I live at, yeah, I do outpatient.
Okay. You have a job?
Yeah, I work at King's Daughters full time.
And you have been this whole time?
Yes, sir. I've been there for almost 2 years.
All right. Let's, I don't have a problem in going ahead and completing it today. If you want to do that, Thompson?
Yeah, well, I understand. Well, our hope was that if he completed the program at Bethesda, that this would be treated as a first offense.
Yes.
And that the school would be substituted by Bethesda.
Yes. That's what the state's recommending, as I understand it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
One thing you need to understand, Mr. Fox, the way Ohio law is, and not just Ohio, probably other states too, but I'm more familiar with Ohio. If I accept your plea here, go ahead and sentence you, I'm going to sentence you like it's a first offense because of the work you did at Bethesda, but it's going to go on your record.
That's my second one.
If you get another one, it's not going to be a second.
Right.
It's going to be a third.
I understand that, sir.
And you could be looking at months incarcerated in a lot of courts. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the hope is that that's not going to happen anymore.
Oh, it's not.
Okay. So that's going to be the key. That's the reason I'm giving you this chance, and that you're employed and done well on treatment with the understanding this isn't going to happen. Now, you made some changes. Is there anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
No, sir.
Okay. I want to look at the statement of the facts that the officer gave before I decide. Okay. I'm going to pose a $500 fine. Order court costs be paid. 6-month license suspension. That started in May. So you're almost finished with that.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I do have one question. I've been getting a ride to work every morning. Is there any way I can get something to where I can take myself to work in the morning?
Yes. You can have driving privileges. So I'll give you permit for work, come to community service, which I'm going to order. Any other necessary driving that you need?
Not just work and community service.
Now, you work in Kentucky, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're going to have this order for me that says you're allowed to drive.
Right.
And that's all you're going to have.
Right.
So I've never really had any problem with anybody in Ohio or West Virginia. The only state there's ever been a problem with that on is Kentucky. And it hasn't been many, but there's been a few that get pulled over. They got this permit saying they're allowed to drive, but it's going to show up, when they run it, it's going to show up as suspended for an alcohol-related offense. And a couple of times in Kentucky, they've said, we don't care what that judge in Ohio says. So, be forewarned.
I'm warned.
You're warned, and the main thing to do is don't get pulled over.
Right.
Use your turn signal. That's a
By the
big-
law and everything's.
80% of people don't use their turn signal. It really crossed me when people don't use their turn signal. Use your turn signal. Obey the speed limit. Obey all the traffic laws, and you won't get pulled over. When you get pulled over, you're gonna have some explaining to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And then once your suspension's gonna be up in November, this month, next coming month is gonna be up, but it won't automatically reinstate. You gotta get in touch with the DMV, they're gonna make you pay a reinstatement fee.
Yeah.
You gotta jump through whatever hoops they want you to jump through to get your
Oh, I
license
understand.
reinstated. And then then they'll notify Kentucky, and because the states all notify each other, they all have what's called an interstate compact. You get suspended in one, you're suspended in the other. But I'll give you this permit that gives you the right to drive during the time of your suspension for work and community service and the other things that are going to be on it. Okay, you're gonna have a review hearing back before this court on April 28th at 9 o'clock. That's a hearing to make sure you're doing the other things that you're ordered to do. You're gonna have 5 days of community service to do. You can do that on your days off. We work any day but Sunday. You can do community service here.
So I can
You
do
got
that
5 days.
every other Saturday at work.
Saturdays work.
Yeah, well, it's every other Saturday. I have every other weekend off, and here currently I have health issues going on, so my Tuesdays and Wednesdays that I'm off during the week, like they rotate. So I got doctor's appointments and stuff to go to.
Okay. Just.
But
we'll
I'll
work
do
with you
it
to
every
get
other
done.
Saturday. I'll be there.
No
problem.
driver intervention. Most people have to go to what's called the DIP school, driver intervention program. Since you did a bunch of counseling with Bethesda, I'm not gonna make you go to a 3-day weekend program. You've done a lot more hours than what you would get in that weekend program, so. I think that's everything on the OVI. He had a lane violation, $10 fine on that. So you need to speak with your probation officer, which is Mr. Major. His office is to the left once you leave the courtroom. Take a 90-degree left turn. That counter that'll be in front of you is his office. Go talk to him. Get your paperwork. He's got some paperwork for you. And he's your contact person with the court if you got questions.
All right.
April, and this will be on your piece of paper he's going to give you. April 28th is your review hearing at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Haley Russell, case number CRB 24691.
This is a recall on the issue of bond and protection order and hearing date.
I think she has a bond up to Mr. Soward's.
Correct.
Oh, yes, and then I don't know the result of the contact with the other party about the protection order.
Well, we got in contact with Mr. Collins, and he does not want a protection order. And he also tells us he wants to drop the charges. We wouldn't be willing to do that today because we want to make sure that there aren't going to be ongoing problems between them. However, he says this is an isolated incident, so I guess we can go from there.
Hopefully we can get it resolved at the next, at the first pretrial, Judge.
Why don't we wait a little while to give him some time then before we come back?
Yes, sir. Towards the end of the month, I'm available the 18th or 22nd of November, or the 2nd of December.
Either one of those work.
Which is better for the court, there be for me.
We'll do the 18th.
18th.
November 18th will be Ms. Russell's next hearing date. For pre-trial, no protection order at the complaining party's request.
Thank you, Judge.
And her bonds continue.
State of Ohio versus Paul D. Connor, case number CRB 24482.
It's Mr. DeWaters' case set for pretrial.
Judge, we received discovery in this case from the prosecutor's office the other day. It involves some video footage. I've had an opportunity to review it. I believe Mr. Hill's had an opportunity to review it, but I think he'd like to take some time to make a little closer review of it and also meet with the complaining party to discuss the case. We don't have any objection to that. And then if the court's okay setting it for one more pretrial, if we don't resolve it on that day, we can proceed to get a trial date.
All right, so I'm probably looking then 18th or later of November for the next hearing. Do you have preference?
I know I have a case up here on December 9th already. Do you have room on that day?
Yeah, Mr. Fields, agree, that date agreeable?
Which day, Your Honor?
December 9th.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
That's a Monday. December the 9th will be the next hearing. Be set for trial then if it's not resolved. December 9th, pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Antonio A. Gallegos, case number TRC 2792, A, B, C, and D. Mr. Gallegos.
This is Mr. Delar's case.
It is, Judge, and the defendant is on Zoom.
Yes.
He lives in the state of Texas. May we approach on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Out here.
Yes, on this case.
All right, this is, the defense wants more time to do some research on some legal issues in this matter. So at their request, I'm going to continue to December the 9th for a pretrial at 10 a.m.
Mr. Gallegos, I'll call you this afternoon, okay? You can disconnect from the, Judge, is he free to disconnect?
Yes.
You can disconnect from the court session, and I'll call you later, okay?
You can withdraw the warrant.
Yeah, withdraw the warrant. He's entered. He's got counsel now.
State of Ohio versus Lucas Friend, case number CRB 24322, A, B, C, D, and D. Lucas Friend.
Judge, Mr. Friend had been in treatment, and he'd been doing okay in treatment. However, he and his treatment provider decided that he may benefit from an inpatient program. So he is at Harmony Ridge Recovery Center, it's my understanding. At least he's, I don't have confirmation that he's actually there. They called me and said he was going to go Friday, but that letter just tells me that he was accepted. It doesn't tell me that he's actually there. Could we recall this a little bit later? I'll get some confirmation that he's actually there.
Walker, West Virginia. I don't know where that is. All right, this case will be recalled.
State of Ohio versus Kyle McKnight, case number TRC 241859, A and B.
This is Mr. Delauder's case set for pretrial.
Your Honor, based on discussions with the state in this case, it's my understanding Mr. McKnight intends to change his plea to guilty.
Is that correct, Mr. McKnight?
Yes, Your Honor.
Chris, it's proof of insurance.
It's in your file.
Is first.
Yeah, he broke the indenture.
Y'all make a copy of it.
And Your Honor,
Let me see.
he brought his proof of insurance with him to court this morning.
Okay, can you confirm that?
And make sure it's the right card here.
Should be for August 31st.
Yeah, but we need, that's not, that's the one coming up.
Yeah, this is one.
Is that the old, oh, yeah.
My name's on the bottom.
That's the one for this ticket, and that's the,
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Would you like to see it, Judge?
No, that's it. I'll take your word for it. We'll show it as proof of insurance has been furnished to the court. Is there a recommendation on the sentencing?
Your Honor, it's a first offense. We won't take any position on fines. It was a refusal, but we would recommend a suspended jail sentence in the 3-day driving school and a 6-month driver's license suspension, and that would go back to the day that it was going to occur.
Mr. Gillotter, anything you wish to say?
No, Your Honor, we don't have any objection to that, and we understand the fine will be at the court's discretion.
Mr. McKnight, you have a right to make a statement to the court if you want. You're not required to.
No, just apologize.
Thank you. All right, I'll impose a $500 fine for you to pay the court costs, 20 days in jail suspended, 6-month license suspension starts the date of the offense, 5 days community service, 2 years of level 4 probation, driver intervention program required, and I'm assuming he wants driving privileges.
Yes, sir, for work, if they're okay with that, and then he'll need privileges to get back and forth to review hearings and community service.
Okay, he can have a permit for work, court, community service, and driver intervention program. Anything else that's a necessity?
No. When is usually the community service?
You can do it any day but Sunday.
So I can do it in the evenings?
No, during the day, any day but Sunday. And so he'll have you talk to your probation officer in just a second. You can kind of schedule it.
All right.
Review hearing is going to be April the 28th. If you finish things before then, you don't have to even come to that hearing. If there was a lane violation, it would be a $10 fine. You'll need to see, is there anyone here from the treatment program?
I can use some information.
Okay. See Mr. Major. Taylor will give you some information about the 3 days. You don't have to go to the one here. You can go to, there's some out of county that are cheaper. If you want to go, I know Joel Coffee's a couple $100 cheaper. Right? So you can go to any one's approved by the state of Ohio.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Heather Humphrey, case number TRC 24-1981.
It's Mr. DeWaters' case set for pretrial.
Okay. Your Honor, this is a relatively new case. I did talk to Mr. Heald about the possibility of resolving it. He's asked me for some information related to Ms. Humphrey's injuries that were relevant to the incident here. So I told him I would get those. If we could have one more pre-trial, I'll have plenty of time to get those to him, and then hopefully we can resolve this. And we don't have any objection to that, I just need to get the records from her. So if we could come back on the 9th, that'd be plenty of time.
All right, December the 9th. The next pretrial at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Tammy Lewis, case number CRB 24477.
Judge, this case, there's a co-defendant named Clifford Jenkins. The resolution of his case impacts the resolution of this case. If we could call it to, it's Mr. Morford's case. Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll call it also.
I believe the state's willing to recommend dismissal of the charges against Ms. Lewis, but that would be contingent on Mr. Jenkins entering the plea. So.
State of Ohio versus Clifford E. Jenkins, case number CRB 24479.
Mr. Jenkins is being represented by Mr. Morford. Both these cases are on the docket today. Trial.
Judge, I believe the indication I made earlier, I believe it's accurate, and I think that Mr. Jenkins is intending to enter the plea.
So there's an agreement there's going to be a dismissal of both cases?
No, a dismissal of the case against Ms. Lewis.
Okay.
Based on the plea from Mr. Jenkins.
Okay.
Mr. Jenkins.
And the state's agreeable with that?
Yes, Your Honor, we've looked over the evidence and it's appropriate to do that.
All right, so there'll be a nollie of the charges against Tammy Lewis. That's 24477. Which means the dismissal.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then as to Clifford Jenkins, there's a change of plea.
Yes, Your Honor, guilty.
Is that correct, Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a recommended sentence from the state?
Your Honor, the state would recommend a suspended jail sentence and some community service and a small fine. There's nothing particularly unusual about this circumstance. It's a pretty basic theft charge.
Well, to remain consistent with what the court usually does, I'm going to require Mr. Jenkins to do a urine screen before sentencing on this.
I'd probably do that, Judge.
Okay, so go do the urine screen and we come back after we get the results.
Okay. Gentleman right there.
State of Ohio versus Norman Thurber, case number TRC 241950, A and B.
Mr. DeWaters' case after pretrial.
Judge, this one we have received discovery on as well, and I've also talked to Mr. Hill about the potential of resolving this. I believe he wants me to file a motion to flesh out the complaints that we have regarding some of the evidence in the case, which I have no objection to. I don't need much time to do that.
So it's going to be a motion to suppress, I think?
Yes, if we could set it for a pretrial, though, we may get this one resolved.
Okay.
And that way we won't have to inconvenience the officer.
Are you still wanting to use that December day?
That'd be plenty of time, yes.
December 9th for pretrial on motion to suppress.
State of Ohio versus Leslie K. Webb, case number CRB 24654.
Leslie Webb.
Leslie Webb.
Is this your client?
Yes.
Leslie Webb, come in court.
Well,
Leslie Webb?
strange, I just talked to her.
Well, Judge, I will,
Judge, this one we cannot get resolved. There is significant discovery. This is a relatively new file. There's significant reciprocal discovery that I told Mr. Hield I would share with him.
No, he's been staring, just standing staring for him to stare at me.
This appears to be the first appearance, right? This is the arraignment.
It is, Your Honor.
Is there a protection order sought here?
Well, so there was, Ms. Webb has obtained a civil protection order against the complaining party in this case. They had that hearing on the 11th. Magistrate Recorder granted her request for a protection order and dismissed the complaining party's request for a reciprocal protection order. So they've already had a hearing over the protection order issues.
What's the state's position on it?
Well, we weren't part of that case with the protection order, so we don't know what was said or what happened, but we're going to request a temporary protection order.
Are they living apart, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Is there an issue over custody of
No.
a residence or anything?
No, there's not.
Okay. Well, I'm seeing harm then. He's ordered to stay away from her, and I'll order her to stay away from him. So that shouldn't be a problem then. We're not worrying each other now anyway. Oh, is this Mr. George?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to talk with him, Mr. Field?
Well, you're interested in having a protection order,
Yeah.
so we are going to request that protection order, Your Honor.
Okay. So I understand that there's already a civil protection order for you, sir, to stay away from her. I'm going to order her to stay away from you, so the two of you don't need to be around each other. Is there any reason you have to be around each other? Okay. That means no contact, no posting things on social media about each other. I just want things to die down. Then, when do you want to come back?
Well, December 9th's not too crowded, that will be fine. I have all the discovery.
That's a long ways to go out on something like this.
It's okay if we come back earlier than that, let me see.
Is there any other hearings on other matters?
No. No, there's really there's nothing else to do. It wouldn't bother me if we just set it for, this one for a trial, but Mr. Heald, I think, wants to look at some discovery that we have.
Has there been discovery provided yet, or this is just the arraignment?
Yeah, so we would be happy to give them what we have when the time comes.
And so, Your Honor, just to kind of answer your question there, I don't know that we've actually asked for discovery. I anticipate the state's evidence, and they generally have an open file policy anyway. The discovery that's important is what needs to be provided back to Mr. Heald in reciprocal discovery.
And that can happen right away?
It can happen relatively soon, yes. I've got most of, she brought most of it with her today. We don't have any objection to setting it on the 9th if Mr. Heald doesn't. I mean, there hasn't been any contact since the issuance of the protection order in common police court.
Mr. Heald?
November, what's the
He was
date?
talking about December.
December 9th.
Oh, I don't think we should go that far.
Okay, well, let me see. I'm sorry, let me look at it here.
How about the 18th of November? Around then.
That's fine with me. I've got to be in probate court at 8 o'clock that morning, but then I can come, I don't think it'll take all morning, so I can come up here after that for this hearing.
State have any input on that? State?
November 18th sounds okay with us.
All right. Will be a pretrial November the 18th at 10 o'clock. Protection order will be issued.
I take this one fine. That's everything.
Video footage is here, the voicemails are still on. But this is everything.
Should I take that too?
If you want the video footage, yeah. It's from the doorbell camera.
State of Ohio versus Michael J. Wood, case number TRC 24-436, Amy and Sue. Michael J. Wood.
What time? I have to teach that day, so I'm gonna do this.
Judge, Mr. Wood continues his treatment. He brought me an update dated the 25th from King's Daughters. May I approach?
Yes. Mr. Heald, seen this?
No, no, I just got that. You were with somebody else, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Judge, if you recall this, Mr. Wood started off this case in treatment with Pathways, and he was compliant and doing okay there, but felt like King's Daughters would better serve some of his needs. So he switched to King's Daughters, I think, in June, around June, and continues in treatment there.
What's the state, how's the state want to go forward on this?
Well, this is a sentencing hearing, I believe, and we want to see Mr. Wood be successful in his treatment. We're glad he's there. It sounds like he's making progress and probably needs a little bit more in the way of treatment and good reports, but he's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and this was lifetime, a third offense with a high test score.
Yes, that's right.
That's not what the state's going to recommend on this. He's going bi-weekly now.
You gotta leave it up to them.
With a third offense high score, I mean, it's about as bad as it gets short of a felony. So I think that, while we want him to be successful in treatment and he can do himself a lot of good in our eyes if he's successful in treatment, I don't know if in this case it causes him to get all the way out of any potential actual imposition of jail time. But I think it's appropriate to let him follow through with it and then make that judgment at a later date.
Mr. Dwyer.
We don't have any objection to that, Your Honor. And Mr. Wood's aware of the circumstances surrounding his case here.
All right, so...
And he has already pled.
December 9th, then?
That'd be fine.
For sentencing, December 9th. 10 o'clock.
Yep. Okay, keep doing good.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Curry, case number CRA 23464 A, B, and C, CRB 28463, CRB 23291, CRB 2361, CRB 22351.
You're fine.
It's Mr. Steyer's case. He's at hometown.
Looks like there's a report coming forward.
Just good report. Good job, Mr. Curry.
Thank you.
Not sure what sort of a time frame the court would be looking to come back on, Your Honor.
We can go into December now, I think.
Okay,
He's gonna finish maybe in January.
apologize, Your Honor.
So it looks like he's gonna finish in January, I think.
Yeah, I'm here the 13th, the 2nd, the 13th, the 16th, so one of those sounds like a good date, otherwise.
Let me look. You said the 2nd?
I did say the 2nd, Your Honor.
Then the 13th?
Yeah, either of those days would work.
Let's go December 13th. All right, all Mr. Curry's next hearings in this court are set for December 13th. Good job.
Thank you. Good work, man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Clifford Jenkins, case number CRB 24479.
Okay, I'll go ahead and ready to go ahead and sentence. I'll pay a $100 fine and court costs, 10 days in jail suspended, 30 hours community service, 2 years level 5 probation, stay out of Walmart, review hearing April 28th, 25 at 9 a.m. Get it finished, you don't have to come to the hearing. See Mr. Major in the probation office, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
That was the 28th.
April 28th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Sammy Hazlett, case number TRD 24-2016, A, B, and C. Sammy
So
Hazlett.
if I can please. Me too.
Smith's case set for pretrial.
It is, Judge, this is our first pretrial. This is a suspended license case, and I'm working with the BMV. It's our fault that he was not actually suspended, but the printout shows he was, so I would ask maybe another month the way the BMV is to keep working on resolving this. I think if it turns out he is suspended, we've talked about possibly a no operator's license if he gets it reinstated, but if I could have about 30 days.
Okay, so that, how about the 1st of December sometime?
December 2nd or 13th, I'm here.
December 2nd. Pretrial December 2nd, 10 o'clock.
I'll give you a call. Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Alexis J. Meeks, case number TRD 22766, TRD 211431, TRC 191170, A, B, and C, TRC 183327.
Your Honor, Ms. Denise was picked up from the jail and admitted into residential care, and she left ASA.
So the warrant issued, and I don't think she has a bond though.
I think it was an OR bond of treatment.
It'll be a warrant issued for failure to appear and leaving treatment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Misty D. Shaver, case number TRC 173465, A, B, C, D, and E.
Mr. Smith's case, pretrial. This case will be recalled later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Danielle Ham, case number CRA 24-229.
This is Mr. Stiers' case for preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, she graduates this Thursday and she'll be transitioning to our outpatient for aftercare. She continues to go to welding school. She's done exceptional in the program. We strongly suggest that she continue aftercare with Bethesda.
Your Honor, that's terrific that she's doing well. I'm glad she's getting herself a career, and that's probably a good one to have.
Yeah.
One of the things that we recognized from the very beginning of this was that the individual who was the alleged victim in this, Ms. Thompson, actually kind of indicated from the very beginning right here in open court that it didn't happen exactly the way she reported that it happened, or that there were some facts that maybe weren't exactly clear. And so our feeling had been all along that we intended to resolve this here as opposed to taking it to the grand jury, even though it was originally charged as a serious charge. And given that she has done so well, is there an indication, Your Honor, that we might have amended this charge to criminal trespass at some point?
I don't think
No, there was never an amendment, Your Honor.
it's still on the computer as burglary.
All right. Well, if she would be willing to, if we would amend that to criminal trespass, and then she were willing to enter a plea to that, we would recommend 30 days in jail suspended, continue on probation, and if the court wanted to continue to check her progress that way.
She's indicated she's maintained her innocence the entire time, and I think there's enough issues with the state's case that we're not comfortable entering that plea. We can continue on this way if that's the state's pleasure. We can.
That's fine.
Okay, so she's going to continue treatment, and we'll just monitor that progress.
I mean, I can go ahead and then we'll do it that way. So I can get it over with, but I didn't do it.
Well, he's not going to accept a guilty plea if you're saying he didn't do it, so we're just going to continue on for right now.
Let's look at, so she'll be out and should be doing outpatient by the time she comes back. So sometime in December.
Well, we just set something for the 13th. If that day works again, we can, what, does Monday or Friday matter to you with your schedule?
I know what about, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just have to call.
December 13th then, Your Honor, if we could.
December 13th will be the next hearing, preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gary B. Thompson, case number CRA 24-533, CRB 24-534, CRB 24-553, and CRA 24-570.
Mr. Stiers' case. Mr. Thompson's at home tonight.
Thank you.
They've said that there's $789. As soon as I can get this up, I can work, I'm gonna start making that.
Okay. Your Honor, this matter is one, there's a felony, well, I guess there's actually two felonies pending here, one being a B&E and one being a possession charge. He's doing well in treatment, and this is a case where there's some very significant restitution that the state's going to be seeking, $789 in the breaking and entering case and $760 in the receiving stolen property case, both of which are pending. We don't have, I don't want to, give an indication the state has said it would definitely stay here, but I feel like if he were to continue to do well in treatment and we were able to get some work done on that restitution, that might be something that would motivate the state to keep the cases here. And Mr. Thompson is interested in beginning to pay restitution. In order for that to happen, he's going to have his ankle monitor removed so he can begin working, and I believe the provider is supportive of that idea.
Okay, we got an excellent report this time. State any objection to that?
If the agency feels like he's ready to have his monitor taken off, we're agreeable with that, particularly because if he's going to start paying on restitution, that'll be helpful.
Okay, I'll order the monitor removed today. I'll need to see Mr. Major to get that done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll be looking for a job then, while we set him on the 13th also. So you got an excellent report this time, Mr. Thompson. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There you go. Good job.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jonathan Cole, case number CRA 24600. It's Mr. Tyler Smith's case.
Calls at RRS. Good report.
Your Honor, he's done very well. He's applied for social security disability, getting a chance to work with Ohioans with opportunities for Ohioans with disabilities. He's making good progress.
Very good. I take this in the case the state still wants to keep here,
Yes, Your Honor.
continue to monitor
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cole's progress, which looks very good at this point. What's your schedule in December?
I'm pretty much open for December, Your Honor.
December 9th?
That's fine.
Next hearing will be December the 9th, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kelly Key, case number CRA 24491. Your Honor, will you look at this?
Mr. Delars.
Your Honor, Ms. Key lives in Florida. She's on Zoom. She did bring an update from her treatment provider, or provided me an update. her treatment plan involves a group twice a week on Mondays and Tuesdays, twice a week, drug testing randomly, individual counseling. She's at a place called the Phoenix House in Braden, Florida. She was originally with ACTS in Florida, but they sent her to Phoenix House because it was more convenient for her as far as where she lives and the location of that facility than her home. She just started her treatment in early October, so she's not very far along yet. I expect the state will probably want to see a little more progress before making an effort to resolve this.
Council State Farm procedure.
That's right. Okay. I'll need a copy of these.
You can have that copy.
And we're okay with continuing on, Your Honor, as long as the court's satisfied with the report.
Is there a copy for the?
Yes, I can make Mr. go to the copy. I can get it quickly. So it's not the best quality images, but
Can we get a report directly from the facility?
I'll try to, Judge, yes, I'll try to do that for the next court hearing.
Okay. We said anything for you between now and December 13th?
Yes, we set some on December 9th, and we set one on the 18th of November.
Let's do December 9th.
Okay. Kelly, did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
And then the court's going to want to see a little bit more legible update report directly from the treatment provider. So you need to get that to me before the next hearing, okay?
Okay, like from the counselor?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Ryan L. Brumfield, case number CRB 24377, CRB 24429, A and B. This is originally set for trial,
All right, this is the Waters case is on the trial docket. I've been told there's been an agreement reached.
There has been, Your Honor, and I don't know that the agreement absolutely resolves the case in this court, but this case involves Mr. Brumfield and one of his children. So we're working through a lot of these issues down in domestic relations court. We've reached preliminary agreements down there that go a long way to resolving this. Mr. Cremines represents the complaining party down there, so I've talked to Mr. Heald. I've had conversations with Mr. Cremines. The plan is, with respect to the child that's at issue in this case, I think what the plan is going to be is to reintegrate Mr. Brumfield with the child eventually based on the child's counselor's recommendations. And will also involve Mr. Brumfield undergoing anger management and alcohol counseling, which he's agreeable to. So,
Where's the case, and is it?
Lawrence County.
I mean, is it Children's Services case?
No, sir, it's just a post-divorce case.
Okay.
Just in domestic relations court. So, here, I think my discussions with Mr. Heald, I think what we'd like to do is set this out a good ways to allow that case to resolve itself down there and allow Mr. Brumfield to satisfy the prosecutor's office that he's upholding his end of the bargain.
Okay, how about
We think we can get the domestic relations case resolved by the 9th of December if you want to use that date, although the counseling obviously won't be completed by then.
Well, I was thinking going even a little bit longer.
That's fine. Yeah, there's no objection to that.
December 23rd?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
December 23rd will be the next hearing. Both matters.
And Your Honor, I would like to just state a couple of things for the record, if I may. And I just spoke to the mother of the alleged victim yesterday afternoon, and I thought anyway that it might still be on the trial docket set for noon, and I asked her to be here at 11:30. But it's not 11:30 yet, I don't think. But she's in agreement with doing this as far as trying to resolve something that really is primarily involved in parenting and the parenting in the domestic relations court. However, we're not stating that we believe this will resolve the need to go forward on the domestic violence charge. It might end up that way, and it's going to depend on, she has a lawyer in the custody case, and so we want to give them a chance to work it out at the best they can. But
Yeah, that's understood, Your Honor, and I've had long conversations with Mr. Brumfield about what we need to do.
What's pending in Crown Pleas?
But competing custody, contempt type motions. So this agreement will largely resolve all that also. So it'll should go a long way in mending the relationships here, hopefully.
Okay.
And Your Honor, not related to this case, Mr. Friend, I did get confirmation that he's in the inpatient treatment facility.
Yes. Lucas Friend, that's 24323. Lucas Friend. 322. He was just admitted.
Yeah, his wife told me that they took him yesterday, but the letter indicates he was admitted this morning. So I don't know if he was there early this morning or what time. But
So what are you wanting to do, continue it then, or?
yes, if that's okay, and see how he does. They indicate in the letter, Your Honor, that he'll be in the inpatient part of the program for a minimum of 30, well, they're saying for 30 to 45 days. I guess maybe longer, but if we could go out maybe 30 or 45 days, that would probably be.
Okay. Did we set something for you in November?
Yeah, the 18th.
Let's set it.
Okay.
Okay, November the 18th will be the next hearing
Okay.
for pretrial.
Okay. Thank you. You want a copy of this?
State of Ohio recalls Misty Shaver, number TRC 173465, ABCD, and E.
December 23rd.
Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge.
Mr. Shaver.
Trying to turn her phone off. Come on in, you can do it while you're walking in. I have not seen the screen results yet.
Positive for THC.
Judge, if we could come back, I know we discussed some issues at the bench. I have not seen her since 2017. I need time to talk to her.
When do you want to come back?
Judge, if it's November, I'm here the 8th, 18th, or 22nd.
I need at least a week to report it into my boss so I can get it off.
22nd then, November 22nd?
Yes, plenty of time.
Be a pretrial on November 22nd, 10 o'clock.
That's on your phone.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Harvard, case number CRA 24679 A and B, CRB 24680. Mr. Morford's case.
Mr. Barber is at RRS.
There's this, I'll give you a call.
I already did it one two groups a week. I won't probably do that on Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever they have open. I just need to figure out the stipulation. Can I go through this treatment for this, the charges? What I'm getting at. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Judge, he has gone to individual treatment. I believe he starts group treatment tomorrow. Yep. 2 times a week. And it's my understanding, Mr. Hill, if my client completes his treatment successfully, would be amenable to nollying the charges, to dropping. My client is willing to work towards that goal, Your Honor.
Well, the most important thing here is to make sure that he is successful in treatment. There is the matter of the identity fraud, which I'm going to see originally. We want to keep the case here, if possible, and let him be successful in treatment.
Judge, we'd like for him to continue here. He's making progress, indicates he wants to continue with that progress. And
Okay, November 22nd is the next hearing.
he's got it right here.
So, Mr. Barber, just continue with your counseling and get good reports, and that will give you the best result.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, buddy. Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Monica Gibbs, case number CRA 24439. Monica Gibbs.
Mr. Norford's case.
She's coming.
She just had a pretty major heart issue, and
Yeah.
she come back.
She is. She's, Your Honor, she's in the restroom right now. Somebody just came in and said she's on her way, but yeah, she has been compliant. It's
it's been kind of an uphill battle for her, but she's done things that are required of her since she's been with us.
All right, Ms. Gibbs is here.
Okay.
Had a major medical issue to deal with, but she's dealing with that and getting treatment, and going to continue with that treatment. State's position.
Well, we want her to continue in treatment, hope she continues to improve medically.
Did I ever take the ankle monitor off? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's come back 1st of December sometime. December 6th.
Have to get here, Your Honor.
December 6th will be the next hearing. Preliminary hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Hunter Tooley, case number CRB 24329, CRA 24328, CRB 24385 A and B, CRB 24292, CRB 23147.
Mr. Walker's case.
I got that. Everything going okay? No problem?
Is he still home?
He's at hometown.
Here. Says you're moving in the right direction. Does Grandma agree with that? Okay, he's doing better?
Yes, sir.
His attitude with you is better?
Yes.
Okay, that's important. Okay, looks like we got it going the right way.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good job. Keep it up. Let's do the December 2nd date for him. Keep working at it, Mr. Tooley. Sounds like you're making progress, but you still have some things to work on, so as we all do, just keep that in mind. We all have things we can get better at every day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Crystal McMillan, case number CRB 16688.
This is on the sentencing docket. Yeah, you just have to finish your community service.
Yeah, I talked to Mr. Majors. I had done 2 days at the Haunted Tunnel, But I didn't realize, my boyfriend had done it, and he's doing community service through Ironton. I guess they give triple credit. So I thought this court did the same thing. So I thought by doing 2 days, I would have my community service done, but I didn't, so. I
She
know
needs to
that.
bring proof of it also, Your Honor. We
Yeah.
did not get triple days for that.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta get the proof in here. I'm showing 6 days is what you owe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was thinking if I did 2 days there, I'd knock it out. That's what I meant by the 2 days. But that didn't.
I'll say in December, get it done by then, it's gonna come back.
Okay,
December 9th.
Okay.
Send it.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Donald J. Wilson Jr., case number TRC 072723, A, B, and C.
And this is, okay, you got all your community service done, but there's a bunch still owed. You did make a payment on the 18th, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think some of this is restitution, I believe. Okay, December 2nd will be your next hearing. 10 o'clock for sentencing. December 2nd.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Simon Brown, case number TRC 241807, A, B, and C.
This is for sentencing. Case number 241807. And you went to OVP?
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So I think after reading this, one thing that we need to do here is do the urine screen. So, because they're saying they can only do so many a month that are approved for reimbursement, but we don't have that problem here. So I'm going to worry you go do the urine screen and then come back after I get the results.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Your
So
Honor.
go, Mr. Cooper.
State of Ohio versus Dakota C. Freeman, case number TRD 23214. Dakota Freeman.
Okay, Freeman set for sentencing and has posted a bond guaranteeing appearance. Does not appear today. So I'll notify Mr. Sellers. So set a bond forfeiture for November 18th.
State of Ohio recalls Jadith Kinder, case number TRD 242128.
Okay, this is for sentencing. The state was going to get its file on this.
Who is this, Your Honor?
Jadith Kinder, it's on a school bus issue.
Well, we didn't have, it. I think it was on the, okay, I have it now. It was on the traffic court docket, I guess. And
Well, that's true. It was, she was actually cited in for, was it?
It was, but I believe it has to be seen before used.
Okay.
So that's why we moved it.
It was moved, she was transferred here.
Yeah.
So.
Your Honor, this is Trooper Spriggs, and the statement of facts, if the court wants me to recite this.
Sure.
School bus complaint, 10/9/24 on County Road 18, driver located on 10/13/24, and issued a citation. Driver admitted to the violation. That's all it says.
Okay, that's not much. So it's kind of wide open for you, ma'am. You can tell me whatever statement of facts you think you have as to what happened. If you want to, you don't have to say anything.
I'd just like to pay the fine.
Okay. Well, I can give you community service too, but I'm not going to because they don't really give me any fact. You know, I can foresee a certain set of facts that would be kind of egregious where I would want somebody to do community service, but I got nothing to base it on. The officer didn't give me anything like that, so I am just going to give you a fine. Because it's kind of vague as to what you actually did other than pass the school bus. I guess that will stop. So I'll impose a $50 fine and court costs. Any time to pay that, or can you pay it today?
I can pay it today.
Okay. You see the clerk to make the payment is to your right as you leave the court.
Thank you.
You're right.
State of Ohio recalls Destiny Gerald, case number CRB 23595.
Okay. Destiny Gerald, I did text Mr. Hetlinger at Hawk, which was where she was, and he said she's graduated her program. Okay, she still hasn't finished the things she has here, so I have to issue a warrant for her failure to hear. She's been doing really well. Excuse me.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Blevins, case number CRB 2286 and CRA 21162, CRB 21163. So Mr. Stratton's case is Mr. Stratton's on.
All right, Mr. Stratton, his hearing.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor. I just need a report from OVP and if you've got any more payment on the file.
Yes, he is compliant with his treatment at OVP Health in Huntington. And he has some stuff here for his community service as well.
I have to get it transferred on to this from the dog animal shelter.
Yeah, I can't
I
say
know,
that.
they're gonna do that.
What's your name? That's neat.
Okay, so he's got 2286, is still a pending case. The others are cases he's already been sentenced on. He's just doing a follow-up.
Your Honor, I'll have to call and verify this community service. It looks like there's 10 hours credited,
Okay.
but I'll have to call and verify.
And how, I'm sorry, what was
He
your-
is compliant with his treatment at OBP. I have a letter in my email that I haven't got to send over to you yet, but he is
Okay.
compliant with treatment.
All right, Mr. Stratton, any input from you?
No, Your Honor, just ask him how much he has to pay on his fines today. He also needs to pay that.
Do you have a payment?
I get paid Friday. I can make a promise to pay.
He says that he can't make a payment till Friday.
Okay.
I can pay $100 Friday.
You have less than $200 left, yeah.
I can definitely pay $100 Friday, 100 the next.
And he's got the one case that was a domestic, it's still been allowed to pen.
Yeah, I believe that's going to go away once he completes community service, and once he does all the fines paid, that's going to be the end. I believe that community service is done. Is that the end of your community service, Chris?
I believe I still have 10 hours.
10 hours left.
Yeah. I'm not sure, really, but I
You
believe.
can check with us, Your Honor.
You can check in with Mr. Major to get a final.
Okay.
Let's come back in December.
Okay.
What's your schedule in December, Mr. Stratton?
It's good, Your Honor. That's probably anything to schedule that.
Fridays are gonna be better, they're gonna have a lot of calls on Mondays now, or?
I'm sorry.
Are you going to have, is this Monday trial schedule going to continue?
It's always been the case, Your Honor. It's just been really complicated.
Well, let's set it
It's been really
for,
complicated here recently.
let's set it for the 6th, that's a Friday, December the 6th.
Okay.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Darrell W. McFan, case number CRB 24586.
And this is Mr. Stratton's case.
Yes, Your Honor. We probably just need to set this for another pre-trial unless the prosecutor has any input on this domestic violence.
Did you get the discovery?
I believe I had it. I have to look.
I don't know if you want to meet with Mr. McFan about the video. I also...
I don't have the video. I don't have the video yet.
Okay. I don't see that you filed discovery, but we can certainly find out if you filed discovery. And if you haven't, do that quickly, okay?
Okay. Let's set another pre-trial, Your Honor.
And you're okay with a time waiver?
Yeah, we'll wait on.
Okay, I'm going to do the same date, December 6th?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, next hearing is December the 6th. 10 o'clock. Mr. Stratton should be here on that date.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Aaron Mullins, case number CRB 24220.
Mr. Stratton's case.
This was set for a 90-day continuance.
He has paid the court costs.
Okay. Do you have money to pay court costs today?
I've already paid my court costs. I
That's right.
paid
He has
it probably beginning of September, last part of August.
September 3rd. He paid the court costs on September 3rd. Stay still willing to dismiss this case?
Just want to check one thing, Your Honor. Yeah, we have no report of further problems, so we're okay with the dismissal.
Case to be dismissed, sir.
Thank you.
Rush.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, y'all.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Pratt, case number CRB 24520.
Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
Yeah, Your Honor, we haven't had a pre-trial for a while on this. Back on the 7th, there was a little mix up with the court date. She showed up late, so I just have to put this on the 6th, that way we can discuss it with the prosecutor.
Any objection to that, Mr. Field?
No, not as long as there's a time waiver.
We'll wait time.
It's been a waste of time. Case is continued to December the 6th, ma'am, for your next hearing. That's a Friday, December 6th.
What time?
10 o'clock.
Okay, thanks.
Pretrial. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jarrett Sippel, case number CRB 24433.
Your Honor, Mr. Civil is like Pat, so you need to pass on that.
Should have been sent in an update, email or fax.
I've got something, I've got something dated September 26th.
I just called down there this morning, they said they faxed it.
Your Honor, I can reach out and get a report.
Okay. Just have a seat. Apparently there's a newer report than this I don't have, so.
It's multiple times they do this. This is
Right.
State of Ohio versus Evan Gilligan, case number CRB 24655. Your Honor, this was set for a new trial, but I'm not sure what the situation is.
Your Honor, this was set for trial today. I have discussed with Bailiff and court about this being just converted to a pre-trial today, but we set another trial date today. Also on trial day.
Eben is on his way from the recovery center. He just hasn't arrived here yet.
Okay. So he's inpatient?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's compliant with treatment?
Yes.
I think we could just set another date, Your Honor. If you just want to do that now instead of recalling it.
Well, but the prosecutor's talking to the complaining witness. I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah, sorry.
Let's keep that going. So, Your Honor, the way this got to a trial today, as I recall, was that Mr. Gillian, we wanted him to go to treatment, and Ms. Thompson's here, and she is the alleged victim in this matter, and that's what she wanted for him, but he said he didn't want to, I think. And then, so I think the court said, well, let's just set it for trial. But what we really want is for him to go to treatment.
And he's there now, inpatient.
So
Yes.
we're okay with that, and does he not have a lawyer?
Mr. Stratton?
Stratton.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Stratton, you're okay with him going to
Yeah.
treatment and us, and waiving time?
Yes, what was the, before that, I'm sorry, Mr. Bill.
Well, he's going to go to treatment, and you're okay with waiving time?
Yes, yes, I'll go wait time.
He's actually in treatment. Apparently, he must have reported himself after the last.
Yeah, he came on his own after he had court.
Do you have any idea what his out date would be?
Yes, I do. Hold on one second. He came in on 10/21, so he will complete the program on 11/21.
November the 18th then for a hearing?
Yeah, did you say November 18th?
That's a Monday.
That's fine, Your Honor. Mondays are typically good, it's just been a couple of times, I'm sorry.
Okay, November 18th would be the next hearing. It'll be a pre-trial at 10 o'clock. He should be about to finish ODP then.
Yes.
All right. Good deal.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Jared Sickle, case number CRB 24433.
Okay, I have a report now from CAP dated today. That you're compliant and going bi-weekly.
So we'll just want to continue, they have the report.
Yeah. Sounds like he's got some issues in Wayne County too, but that's not scheduled for January.
That's a family court matter.
Right.
No, I would like to make a motion to drop this case, and the fact that the states has zero evidence against me and my positivity and doing everything that the court has asked.
State's position?
I would need to know whether we've had anything from the, was this case on the docket today? 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
have
it's
the
a pre-trial.
Simple. I guess we want to get an update from the alleged victim to see where that stands. I don't believe there's any protection order now, and I don't know whether he's...
No, my wife is the one who fought against you to do anything to me.
She asked for it to be, Emily Ellis asked for a protection order to be withdrawn.
Yes, understandable.
Okay, we'll let the prosecutor call her. Is she here today, or?
I can have her call right now. She's watching over online.
Do you have a number where she can be reached? Okay, you want to give that to the prosecutor and I'll call her?
Your Honor, we're ready to go to Orange County Jail.
Okay, we have hearings at the jail we're going to do.
State of Ohio versus Joey A. Jenkins, case number CRA 24690. Your Honor, there may be some confusion. There was a Jordan incident, we don't have paperwork.
Okay.
Joey Jenkins should be there first.
All right, Joey, sir, are you Joey Jenkins? Can you hear me, Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, Joey.
Okay, this person's not responding.
Maybe the headphones are on.
Okay.
No, it's probably the Jordan Jenkins that we don't have the paperwork.
If I get back in my computer.
Sir, are you Joey Jenkins? Can you hear me okay, Mr. Jenkins?
Yeah, I can.
All right, Mr. Jenkins, I'm Judge Capper of Orange County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. Your hearing is taking place here at the court. You're appearing on the monitor, and everything's being captured. Your audio, video, it's all going down on the record. So if you say something about your case that the state wants to use against you, they can. You don't have to say anything, though. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. If you can't afford one, you have a right to bail and make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with aggravated possession of drugs. It's alleged that on October the 28th in Sims Township, you knowingly obtained, possessed, or used methamphetamine, which is a scheduled substance. Maximum penalty for that's a year in jail, $2,500 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yeah.
And you understand your rights?
Yeah.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
I didn't hear you.
Do you have money with which you can hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
Do you have a job?
No, I think they're like fire right now. They tried out for 2 years. Again, the law
Okay, is there any lawyers still here?
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. Steyer.
I'm going to appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. He's been in the courtroom. State's position on bond and treatment. Got a Waterloo address.
We'd like for him to be...
Where was the address you said, Your Honor?
Waterloo.
Well, okay, I couldn't tell if you had Waterloo or Barbersville, I just heard the Isle part.
So we'd want him to be assessed for treatment. We're not opposed to an OR bond, and if he's willing to follow whatever treatment recommendation there is.
Do you have a medical card, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
Ohio?
Yes.
Okay, so basically any of our regular providers would be able to work for that. Is anyone?
Have you ever been to treatment before, Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, I never been able to.
And you live in Waterloo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Who do you live with?
My father, I think, my father's the only one. He had a stroke and he's paralyzed his whole right side. Can't move.
Do you have transportation?
I have a sister that lives out there.
Does she work?
Yes.
Well, at least we probably first need to look at perhaps outpatient transportation.
What's the closest facility to Waterloo, do you know?
Ironton probably. It's a long way from everything. Equally long distance, really. Yeah.
Just,
Let me grab Bobby real quick, 'cause I know that his outpatient facility transports.
Okay. So here's the question to you, Mr. Jenkins. Are you willing to go to treatment?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. This is Joey Jenkins. He lives in Waterloo. Have you ever been to Waterloo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know where it is?
Yes, sir.
Waterloo Wonders?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He probably needs transportation then.
Okay. I'll have to call down to the jail and do a pre-screen real quick, but I can arrange it.
Okay. So I'm going to release you on the condition that you go to treatment, and it looks like it's going to be with RRS. Mr. Gwynn's going to call down and talk to you about that. I'll give you a signature bond, and then, now, they're not going to transport you to court, but you're going to have to get into court in Chesapeake. You know where the court is in Chesapeake?
Yes, sir, I've been there.
Okay. Couple weeks, probably.
yeah, well, the 12th I'm available. It's Tuesday because that's the day after Veterans Day.
Okay. We'll do, your first hearing back in the court in Chesapeake is going to be November the 12th, which is a Tuesday. 12th of November. Veterans Day is the 11th, Monday. Usually court's on Mondays, but the court's going to be closed for Veterans Day. You got to be here for Tuesday, and you got to start your treatment before then, because you're going to come in and hopefully get a good report. Come in and you're going to tell me that you've been doing your treatment and you're getting clean. That's what we want you to get clean.
Yes, I understand.
So I'm going to let him sign a $2,000 signature bond, release to RRS, and they're going to let me know if they can't take him, and then it'll go a different direction. You understand what you got to do? You got to go to treatment. You got to come to court on the 12th of November.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if the jailer could hold him out, I'll call down there right now.
Okay. They're going to call, do the evaluation now. You can hold him out.
Can I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. You want this file?
Yeah.
He's on the jail list. State of Ohio versus Gordon T. Gibson at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 24696, A, B, and C, and Dakota Neff is on deck.
Sir, are you Jordan Henson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henson, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake, Ohio. This is your arraignment hearing. You're appearing in court today on a television monitor, and it's all being recorded. What you say, what I say is all going down on the record, so you don't have to say anything. You have a right to remain silent. But what you say can be used against you because it's getting recorded. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed. If you can't afford one, you have a right to bail and to make the state prove these charges against you. And there's 2 of them. 3 of them, actually. A, B, and C. 696, A, B, and C. The first one, 696A, alleges October 28th, 2024 in Fayette Township, you knowingly acquired, carried, or used a dangerous ordinance, and that you have a drug dependency or chronic alcoholism. So they're charged you with having a weapon while being under disability. That's a felony of the 3rd degree. Maximum penalty is 5 years in jail, $8,000 fine. 696B alleges same day, October 28th, that you had transported knowingly a loaded handgun in a motor vehicle in a way that it was easily accessible to the operator or passenger without leaving the vehicle. So that's a felony 4. Maximum penalty is 18 months in jail, $5,000 fine. C case, 696C, alleges October 28, 2024, Fayette Township, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine, a Schedule II substance. That's aggravated possession of drugs. It's a felony 5. Maximum penalty, a year in jail, $2,500 fine. So those are the 3 charges. Do you understand them?
I understand that, but I'm not pleading guilty to all of them.
Okay, I didn't ask you for a plea. I just asked you if you understood the charges. Do you have the money? You can't, these are serious felony charges. You can't plead to a felony at the first appearance. So I'm not even going to ask you for a plea. I'll ask you if you have the money to hire a lawyer, though. Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I do have a job, but looking at my case, I'm supposed to have a meeting tomorrow. Considering I'll be in jail, I would say I'll probably be unemployed very shortly.
Where have you been working?
I've been working for Savita, Roanoke, West Virginia.
What is that?
Yeah, it's healthcare. I'm a DSP.
What's that mean?
I take care of people when I'm assisted living.
Or you get paid by the hour?
I get paid $13.50 an hour, 12-hour shifts.
Okay. All right, you're qualified for court-appointed lawyer. I'll appoint Tyler Smith to represent you.
Yes.
He's here, so he's coming in the courtroom now. He's going to be your lawyer. And I've got a Huntington address for you, Overlook Drive.
I currently moved back from South Charleston. I've been staying in South Point, but none of those addresses are accurate.
Okay, what's your current residence address? Not the jail, but before the jail, wherever you live.
You can just put 135 Sycamore Street. That's my mother's address.
Is that South Point? Is that Huntington?
Yes, I believe that's near Yaller Village. Yeah, it's in Huntington.
What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Henson?
Your Honor, if Mr. Henson would be agreeable to being assessed for treatment, and he has a treatment provider, that we would be okay with no R bond.
Did you hear that, sir?
Yes, can you elaborate a little bit? does sound close about the interested.
Okay, I didn't understand what you said. Tell me that again.
I asked if you would elaborate a little bit, because it sounded like something I would be interested in.
Okay, they're recommending you get a signature bond if you get an assessment and do the treatment that any substance use treatment provider sets up for you, and they would agree to you getting out on a signature bond, if you will agree to do that. And how do you, is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Do you have, how do you pay for medical services now?
I have West Virginia Medicaid, my wallet, the officer couldn't find it. I assumed the other person in my car probably took it, hopefully it's in my money, but he was released.
You have Medicaid, West Virginia Medicaid?
Yes.
Have you ever had treatment before?
No, I've never had treatment.
Okay. Well, you can go to OVP, ProAct, Valley Health, those are the agencies that come to mind that would accept West Virginia Medicaid. Are you familiar with any of those?
I'm very familiar. They're on every corner and everything.
True. Okay, well, you got to go to one of those three that I just mentioned. OVP, ProAct, Valley Health, I would accept any of those. And get an assessment and start treatment, and then when you come to court, I need reports as to what you're doing. So, I don't know if this is a case the state's willing to keep here, or because he's got he's got the weapon charge. I don't know if that's something you will go to the grand jury, or you're going to keep it here.
Well, I think we can consider leaving it here, but he's going to have to follow through pretty swiftly. I was kind of hoping maybe he would be assessed before he got out of jail.
Well, the only, I don't know, bring us there. We can have Ms. Dement do an assessment, or OVP. Well, while we're waiting on, we're going to get one of the providers' representatives in here so we can get her up to speed. Let me give you a little quick tutorial on what's happening. And some of this is legal stuff, but you need to understand it. You've probably heard the term felony, and you've heard the term misdemeanor, right?
Yeah.
What that means is, felony means if you get convicted of a felony, you can go to prison for a felony. You've got 3 felonies charged against you. Misdemeanor means you can only go to the county jail. You can't go to prison on a misdemeanor conviction. You're in the county jail right now. So, what the state is willing to do, at least to consider, they're not saying absolutely 100% they're going to do this, but for a felony, felonies are considered so serious that you have to be indicted by your fellow citizens. That's what the grand jury does. I'm sure you've heard that term. Grand jury and indictment. So if you're facing a felony and if they wanted to pursue it all the way, they would take your case to the grand jury and they meet in secret. The grand jury meets only with the prosecutor. They only hear their side. But then they say yes or no. If they say yes, you got enough to go forward, you're indicted. That's what an indictment is for a felony. So what they're saying though is, you're in the misdemeanor court, you're not in the felony court because I do the arraignment. If you're willing to go to treatment and do well, they'll consider just keeping it here, never taking you to the grand jury. You'll never get an indictment. You'll never have the risk of going to prison. That's a pretty good deal. Now, they're not promising 100%. Some of it depends on you. And if they turn up something in your past, they may renege on that and just say, look, he's got too much baggage, we're going to take him to the grand jury anyway. So, but best possible outcome for you is you go to treatment, you get clean, you demonstrate that to the prosecutor, they say, we're good with it, we're not going to take it to the grand jury, and probably the possession charge goes away if you do well in treatment. I don't know about the gun charges, they probably aren't going to go away, but you'll get the best possible outcome, I think, by all the way around. for you personally and legally by going to treatment and doing really well. You understand all that?
I understand all that.
Are you on board with it? Some people understand it, but they don't want to do it. You gotta tell me you want to do it.
I will comply and go to treatment, but I wasn't, like I was in possession of paraphernalia, but the other person in my car was those who froze, and I don't know how he's fine to deal with, well, but it doesn't really matter, but I'm willing to comply.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll do an assessment of you, and if you don't have a problem, that should come out. But you need to be honest. If you go in and say, I don't have any problem, I don't want to go to treatment, I don't want to do anything, then you're probably going to go on down to the grand jury and get indicted, and they'll have to show their proof of what they think they've got to prosecute you on the possession and the possession of the weapons charge. So you need to be honest about this. And, you know, Plato said the worst lie is a lie to yourself. So I agree with that, because when you deceive yourself, it doesn't matter if everybody else knows the truth or not. You can't fix things. You got to tell the truth to yourself before you can ever fix anything. So, Brianna DeMint is going to call you from OVP, talk to you, and we want to just go ahead and assume that's what he's going to do. I'm sorry, he has West Virginia Medicaid.
Yeah, what's his name?
Jordan Henson,
Yeah, we'll get the.
and he works in healthcare.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have to come to the court in Chesapeake. Do you know where the court in Chesapeake is? No, I can tell. Can you hear me?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I am.
Not necessarily, but
I'm sorry. Okay, you got some family here that'll help get you here?
Yeah, they're right behind my turn.
Okay, well, they can give you directions. You gotta be here, and you gotta take this serious. If you're gonna blow it off, and I have people that blow it off, they go on to the grand jury and get indicted.
Oh, trust me, I'm not one of those bullshit.
You don't use that language either. You're still in court. Okay? Show some respect. And do what you're supposed to do. No excuses. Okay, the next hearing is going to be 2 weeks out. Are you here on the 12th?
I'm not here with the 12th.
Okay. The 8th?
The 8th, yes.
Okay, your next hearing is November the 8th. You have to be here at the court, November the 8th. And you have to go to treatment between now and then and get a good report, because they're going to tell me what you're doing on the 8th.
Inpatient or outpatient?
Well, we're going to go with whatever they recommend after they do the assessment. So, I mean, you're in healthcare, you should know the effects of methamphetamine are awful. You're a young man, but you keep using methamphetamine. I mean, what are you? You just turned 23?
Correct.
People that use meth age about 4 or 5 years for every year they use it, maybe more than that. I mean, it's terrible. I know it's very common in our community. Here's the other thing. Being in healthcare, you should understand this. Fentanyl is very common in our community. And guess what? The drug dealers, you know what they do to make their stuff sell better? They put a little fentanyl in it. But they're not chemists, and they don't mix it very well or understand how to mix it. They're doing it in a warehouse somewhere or garage or whatever, and it's killing people. So if you use any drug off the street in our community, you have a high risk of getting fentanyl and dying. So you may think I don't understand what I'm doing, and I've never. Actually, I did do fentanyl just about a month ago. You know why? Because I had a surgery at Ohio State, and when I got the records, they gave me fentanyl but it was with a room full of doctors and anesthesiologists, and they never gave it to me after that, but during the surgery, they actually gave me fentanyl. And,
I don't know if I'd count that.
well, it has its use, I guess is the way I would say, but it's rampant in our community right now. And not just our community, but a lot of places, and that's why I think we're getting some rescission on drug use, especially with younger people, younger than you. But the overdoses are still high because people that are using have a high risk of getting a hold of fentanyl, and that can take you out if you get it in the wrong dosage. So just a little warning, and you're a young guy, you got a long time to live. Take advantage of this. This is going to be an opportunity for you to turn the page, do something different, get clean, and have a good life. It's for you. You can start out doing it for me because you don't want to go to jail or prison, but eventually it's got to become for you. Because I'm going to follow you for a while. I'm not going to follow you for the rest of your life. And this is a commitment you got to make for the rest of your life. You're going to do this. It's going to take some work. Okay, I'm letting you out on a signature bond of $2,000. That means you're promising to come to court, and you don't have to post any money. If you don't show up, you get a warrant. And the thing about this, since it's felonies, if you run back to Huntington and think, well, they're not going to come get me in Huntington, wrong. Because these are felonies. A felony warrant from Ohio is good in West Virginia. They will arrest you. You'll go to Western Regional. I've had this happen before. Nothing fast happens in West Virginia. You will sit in Western Regional probably a month before you ever even get sent back here. So that's just a big waste of time where you sit in Western Regional waiting to get extradited.
I think that night Lawrence County is enough with the people serve toes and.
Yeah, avoid jail. It's a good thing to do. We'll see you.
Yeah, I don't even want to hop in that shower.
Well, you're getting out today, so you don't have to worry about it. November the 8th, you got to be in court, and you got to do what you're supposed to between now and November 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dakota Neff, case number CRA 24685, CRB 23609, CRB 23610, CRD 212027.
Mr. Stratton is back on teleconference, and this is set today for preliminary hearing.
Yes, we're going to waive our extradition. I understand that APA is going to lift our folder, and I understand that Mr. Field is going to agree to allow him to go to West Virginia.
If the adult parole authority will lift their holder, and we would ask to make this work, we want him to waive his right to a preliminary hearing in these matters, we'll send them on to the grand jury, and we would be okay with him being extradited to West Virginia, so I guess there would need to be a bond maintained on him.
Well, I think I misspoke. I said preliminary hearing, but I think the CRA case number is actually the West Virginia case. Yes. So the only thing he's got here are misdemeanors.
Actually, there's a
Felony RSP, Your Honor.
yeah, there's a felony and a misdemeanor receiving.
Okay.
The felony is,
Well, they're all CRB case numbers here. Let me see. That's which means misdemeanor. Let's see.
I'm not waiving my preliminary, Your Honor, on a felony, because I committed that felony.
Yeah, we talked about waiving the extradition, but
I'll waive the extradition. I'll waive it, go take care of that over there, and then once I'm done, come back over here. But I'm not waiving my preliminary.
Okay, it's, so actually on the outside of the file was written CRB on both of them, but this 23610 is actually a CRA case number, so it is a felony. CRA 23610 is a felony receiving stolen property.
Your Honor, we just asked that the prosecutor could go ahead and dismiss or nolly the felony RSP, and then we'll waive extradition to West Virginia, and we'll set the misdemeanor for pretrial.
Well, I guess what we would do is then ask for a preliminary hearing next week. He's got the APA holder on him. I think there's a time waiver because of that, and also because of the extradition. So if he wants to do that, here's the problem. I mean, it sounds to me like Mr. Neff is just denying any responsibility at all over this motorcycle situation, but there was a lot of damage to the motorcycle, which requires restitution. But and I agree with the alleged victim in this matter, he wants the money up front. This is kind of a situation where you think, well, I might never see the money anyway. It doesn't matter whether he got arrested or not. And so we sympathize with that. And so that's why we would take it to the grand jury.
That's actually a friend of mine, and I don't know how he got under the impression that I had a motorcycle anyway. I was never in possession of that motorcycle. I've never done anything with that motorcycle. So if there's damage to that motorcycle, it has nothing to do with me, is what I'm telling the prosecutor. It's not that I don't want to own up to what I've done, because I own up to everything I've ever done.
Your Honor, if the state wants to have a preliminary hearing, let's set it for this Friday.
Can you be ready Friday?
Sure.
Okay, they agree with that. So we'll just set everything on the docket for this Friday, which is November 1. All cases for Mr. Neff are set for November 1st. The bond will stay in place at $10,000. Cash or surety.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Joey Jenkins, case number CRA 24690, and Adria Price is on deck.
Your Honor, if I may, I had this recalled. Mr. Jenkins has a warrant out of Ironton Municipal Court.
Oh, okay.
He has court at 1:30 today. I don't know if that'll change anything we're doing, but you should know that.
All right, Mr. Jenkins, I'll have to make your release to RRS subject to whatever Ironton Municipal Court wants
Right,
to do.
that's-
So if they don't agree to it, then you'll stay in jail. If they agree to it, then, which I think there's a good chance they might, I don't know what the charges are there, then you'll go to RRS. We'll just keep the same hearing dates that we had.
Thank you.
What is the hearing date, Your Honor?
November 12th for preliminary hearing.
Hey, Luke.
State of Ohio versus Adria Price, case number CRB 24693.
For what?
And Robert Slaughter is on deck.
Well,
I assume it's hot, right? We don't get one.
Mr. Young's right there.
Okay, Adria Price. Okay, is in custody. And that's you, ma'am, or are you Adria Price?
Yes.
Ms. Price, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a charge of violating a protection order, and alleged this happened on October 25th in Union Township, that you violated the terms of protection order. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, I do Uber and DoorDash.
Okay, I don't know if they'll bring you a lawyer or not, but I guess that's a good idea. Maybe we could work on that. Is Roger Smith still here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you do DoorDash?
No, but I have done DoorDash every so often.
We might put you in a,
Back when I was sick, I used to do it. But I don't think I have any conflicts.
Okay, I'm going to appoint you to represent Ms. Price.
That'd be fine, Judge.
What's the state's position on bond?
Your Honor, this is a matter that is,
Is this the daughter of the other?
yes, and we have the same concerns about her condition.
Do you have any were you
Your
involved?
Honor, may we approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think, who's her mom?
You represented the mother?
I did.
That was Vicky,
Okay.
right?
I'm sorry.
Vicky?
Yes.
Is she in that part?
She's a, I believe she's a commissioner now. She is, Vicky is her brother.
So she's just a driving.
She's a family daughter. Vicky's her brother. Vicky's in Appalachian. She's in Vicky and somebody from Appalachian, or somebody from Appalachian. And I can't do that. So she went to Sophie.
Does she live at the same place or?
She's living there by herself. Really, probably.
Ms. Price, your lawyer's going to call down and talk to you, then I'll have you back. Once that happens, we'll decide how we're going to go forward.
State of Ohio versus Robert L. Slaughter, case number CRB 24692, A and B, and Cameron Waters is on deck.
I'm assuming this is a different case. He was on the docket Friday to pay court costs. He couldn't be here. Is this a new case?
It is.
October 27th. Yeah.
Oh, but it's a new case, okay.
And you represented?
Yes, on another case where it was to be dismissed, payment of court cost, he was unable to attend because South Point was closed to take care of the kids, but I'm willing to take this case if you want me to, so just for continuity of counsel.
All right, Mr. Slaughter, I think you know I'm Judge Capper. You've got a charge of aggravated menacing. Allegedly happened on October 27th, where you caused Kimberly to believe you caused physical harm to her personal property. That's the allegation anyway. So Mr. Smith is here. He's your lawyer. Oh, there's also domestic violence too. Kimberly is the alleged victim on that. So I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith to represent you. He's representing you on some other matters. I'm entering a not guilty plea. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you on these two charges. What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Slaughter?
So in reading this, Your Honor, I was under the assumption that it was his spouse, but maybe it's another relative. Sister. So we'd be okay with an OR bond as long as we're going to ask for a protection order right now.
Does Kimberly live with you or someplace else?
She lives with my mom. Like, I was actually going to my mom's house because.
Okay, that's all you need to say.
Okay, you can stay away from her, that's the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so no reason to be around her, okay.
No.
Okay, I'm going to let you stay away from Kimberly while this is pending.
What's her last name?
Slaughter.
Are any of y'all Kimberly Slaughter?
You can sign a $1,500 signature bond. Are these the people that are involved in this case? No.
This next.
See the 18th?
It's for 11/18.
I was going to ask them to put the same date.
Okay. We'll put it on the same date as your other case, November the 18th, for a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
You still have the same telephone number?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a call when you get out. Probably be late this afternoon, maybe even tomorrow, but I'll call you when you get out. We'll talk.
Is there a way that she could maybe pass my life or my grandma could go down there? I don't know,
They're here?
Yeah, they're right there behind the prosecutor.
Well, they heard it, so.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay.
But I'm going to
They
give
didn't
you a call.
say yes, but they didn't say no either.
I'm going to call the other way, Judge, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Waters, case number CRA 24672. And CRA 24661. Your Honor, he is in the custody of the Ross County Sheriff, but he's in Athens Mental Hospital today.
Okay.
He's been transported to ABH. I'm not certain if I filed a competency on this matter or not. I don't think I have because of my anticipation that the state was going to take it to the grand jury prior to today's hearing. I don't know whether that was accomplished.
Thankfully, don't see one.
Actually, we attempted to answer that question earlier. We had a grand jury last week, and it is possible that. Yeah, so let me, if we can recall it, if that's okay, Luke.
Yeah, we didn't have an answer, so yeah.
Okay, we'll recall this one.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brian Marksberry, case number CRB 24695. And Kathy Haycock is on that. Haycock.
Your Honor, I represent Mr. Marksberry in other cases, but he's picked up another charge. Although I believe this one is cross-filing with Ms. Haycock, who was the alleged victim on his other cases.
Yeah, that's correct. So you represent him on other matters?
Yeah, another domestic violence. In fact, they were just here, I believe, last week. She is still living in his place. She said she needed a couple more weeks to move out. He's actually paid for her last month's rent to get her out. Evidently, I guess something happened over the weekend, but they're still living together. She didn't have a restraining order. I don't know if this is one where they probably just need.
The charge is domestic violence.
Yeah, and I believe her charge is the same thing. So it's probably best to, at this point, have a restraining order and have her move on to her new apartment or wherever she's supposed to be going.
Do you waive a reading of the charge?
I do, Your Honor.
I enter a not guilty plea. Enter an order, protection order for him to stay away from Kathy Haycock.
Actually now take place, right now.
Okay, so you have to stay away from Kathy.
Yeah.
And I assume she'll probably have one as well, just
Yes.
since they both have the same charge. So you two will have to stay away from each other. I think it's time.
Yeah.
She had a lawyer also.
No, she didn't have one. She was just the alleged victim in the previous cases. I assume she'll get appointing, she doesn't have a job or anything. He was the one that was taking care of her financially.
12th?
Not do the 12th, I could do the 8th.
8th.
Yeah, because that's the case is on November the 8th.
8th, okay, so we'll put this one on the 8th also.
And I would just ask for OR1 or the route.
He can sign a $1,500 signature bond in order to stay away. Kathy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next hearing is November the 8th.
State of Ohio versus Kathy Haycook, case number CRB 24694.
Ma'am, you're Kathy Haycook.
Yep.
I'm Judge Capper. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have the right to have an attorney, to have one appointed, to have bail, to make the safe prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes,
You charge with domestic violence. It alleges the charge that on October 28th in Union Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Brian Marksberry, that he's a member of your household or family. Maximum penalty for that, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
I do.
Do you have the right to hire a lawyer?
No.
Do you have a job?
No.
Roger still? Roger Smith?
I think he's on the phone with Ms. Price, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Roger Smith to represent you, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm going to order that you stay away from Brian.
We live in the same household right now?
Well, I think he said he's going to go someplace else, I believe, is my understanding.
Oh, okay, he's going someplace else today?
I'm going to let you out on a signature bond of $1,500.
Okay.
And then, what did I say, the 8th for the hearing?
Yeah, we have court anyways on the 8th.
Okay, well, now you got more court on the 8th.
Well, with you, we have court on the 8th.
November the 8th, your next hearing, here's Mr. Smith, I've appointed you to cross-filing domestic violence with Brian Marksberry,
Okay.
who your brother represents.
Do we have a date for him to come back, Mr. Marksberry?
November 8th.
I'm here. Do you have a telephone number that she could know more about, Judge?
Do you have a phone number where you can be reached?
Yes.
606
Okay.
571-1513.
571-1513.
Correct.
Okay. Well, you'll be getting that, I will give you a call, and then we're going to talk before November 8th, obviously, so we'll be looking forward to my call, okay? I'll call you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you get out on a signature bond today, stay away from Brian.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We still have a couple cases to recall still.
Okay.
State of Ohio recalls Jarrett Sipple, here in Hayward, case number CRB 24433.
Okay, the prosecutor is going to try to get a hold of the complaining party on this.
Yes, Your Honor, which we did.
This is Mr. Stratton's case, and he is on teleconference.
Yes.
Well, Ms. Ellis is satisfied that things are going well at this point.
Okay.
Now, she also says that Mr. Sipple intends to continue with the services that he's receiving. I don't know.
Not with PATH. I will be going through my doctor, Valley Health, Dr. David Whitmore. I've seen a therapist there prior. Her name is Amber. I'll continue with her.
So what do you want to do?
We're okay to go ahead and dismiss it today upon the payment of court costs.
You agree with that, Mr. Sipple?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stratton?
all good else, Your Honor.
Okay, be dismissed on payment of court costs. See the clerk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Destiny Gerald, case number CRB 23595.
Okay, Destiny was called this morning for a review, and now she's here now.
Yes.
Okay. How are things going?
Good. I just, I have so much court going on with my son and stuff, and I started working like sometimes 7 days a week. It just depends. We had somebody quit, so my dates and everything have just been crazy.
Okay. You still have some fun and some community service to do?
Yes. Yeah, like I said, I just started working to where, like, I've had like Mondays off here and there, but where we had somebody quit, I've just been working 7 days a week sometimes.
Okay, I'll cancel. Should show the plate. Can you pay anything on your fine?
Today, no, I just paid my rent, but I can, I can in 2 weeks when I get paid.
Okay. I'll set you for December 6th as your next hearing. December 6th will be your next review hearing, 9 o'clock.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was late.
Your Honor, we're ready to go back to the Lawrence County Jail. State of Ohio versus Adria Price at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24693.
Mr. Smith is her attorney.
Yes, Judge, I had a chat with her just a few minutes ago. She says that she does not have a guardianship, but does have a conservatorship, so she's...
West Virginia?
In Ohio?
Ohio.
Yes, what she told me, yes, but she's got conservatorship, but not a guardianship, so she says she feels like she could go back to residence. Understand there will be a protection order, but I don't know what else we can do in the interim on the state's position.
Well, Your Honor, given the circumstances that surround all this, we would be uncomfortable with her being back in her residence right next door to the alleged victim. There have been, I realize that last issue was with her mother and not with her as far as the brandishing of a gun, but we're fearful that something worse could happen here. This time? Apparently this time there was a gun involved.
There was a branch of a gun. And the house had several guns in it, just a couple. I feel very uncomfortable with this.
It's a violation of protection.
Also, I'm not sure who was the surveillance. She showed the deputy the phone. She was moving back and forth from my house. That was a violation. I'm not sure about this either. Maybe it's a question for the sheriff. Did he check the tax cars apart? There's a white truck that was missing. She's usually there. She got both.
Okay. I'm trying to. So I guess in this case, there's an indication that there was a handgun.
Yeah.
Adria, are you able to post any type of cash or surety bond?
Nope, I don't have any money.
That's what, you're in school
Yes.
from our
I'm
conversation. Okay. I guess in that case, we'll need to get back sooner rather than later. And I'll file discovery before I leave.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah. Yeah, Judge, I filed discovery, and there may be other filings after my discussions with my clients. I'm here the 1st, the 4th, or the 8th, if that's not too soon for the state to respond to discovery. Shouldn't we?
What did you say you're available?
The 1st, the 4th, or the 8th, Judge. I will file discovery day, and that's possibly another filing in this matter after speaking with her. She's just not able to make any type of cash surety bond.
The only bond I can do is an OR, and then I can stay with a friend or a family member as well, temporarily.
Where would that friend or family member, where do they live?
They live in Sedona, Arizona. Her name is Chris Mills, and there's Sharon and Arlen.
That's probably what I'm going to guess too far. I'll say the tri-state area, but that's probably a non-starter in Arizona, I would imagine.
Or I can stay with Olivia Price Bias. She lives in Proctorville.
Okay, and this incident is supposed to have happened in Chesapeake.
Who is that? Is that a relative?
It's a sister. I can give you guys the phone number if you'd like.
Yes.
That would be helpful, and I will call, make sure she's even willing to do that, but I will call her. What's her number?
304.
Okay.
617-4714.
Olivia, what'd you say her last name was?
Price Bias.
Price Bias. If that's something the state court would consider, Judge, I don't mind making a call. I think that might.
I would like for you to call her and see if you can find out.
I'll do it right now.
Okay, we're going to call your sister or have your lawyer call your sister, and we'll come back after that happens.
Okay.
State of Ohio recalls Joey Jenkins at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 24690.
Yes. Your Honor, if I may, I had to recall again. I found out they couldn't accept it.
Oh, she didn't come back?
Your Honor, Mr. Jenkins has a warrant out of Ironton Municipal Court. He's going to go in front of Judge Waldo this afternoon, and I've spoke with Kathy from Hometown, and she's going to assess him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so,
We're putting him in the seat here.
so it sounds like RRS can't take you, but Hometown Recovery can if Judge Waldo lifts his holder on you. So
yes,
it's still all dependent upon that. You got to go to Ironton Municipal, and we'll see what happens there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Sermon Brown, case number TRC 241807, A, B, and C.
Okay. She's got an acceptable screen. So I'm going to let you continue with your treatment at OBP.
Yes, sir.
And the way you've got it set up now. can come back, we'll set something out in December for you to come back. Does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays?
No, sir, I prefer Fridays. It'll be easier for me to get a ride, Your Honor.
Okay. December the 13th then, for a sentencing hearing.
9 o'clock or 10?
10. You're free to go.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Cameron Waters. Case number CRA 24672 A and B, CRA 24661.
Mr. Steyer's case. Did you find out anything on Mr. Waters?
I got an answer back, but it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, apparently, yes, he was indicted, but it doesn't, the answer didn't fit the question.
Is your intention then to continue on here, or do you want to nolly the case?
Well, I'm not going to get an answer to that right now, so I guess whatever. Is he in jail?
He's in jail, but he's at ABH right now. And I haven't filed anything about his competency
I'd
yet.
say continue it another week so I can figure out. It looks like he was indicted, although the answer to the question included stuff I had no idea about. So I think she might have made a mistake as far as who she was answering. It might have been me, it might have been a mistake, I don't know. So I'd say let's continue with the week.
So,
The 4th?
that's fine, Your Honor.
That November 4th will be the next hearing on Cameron Waters, pre-trial. And, well, preliminary hearing and pre-trial. They're both on, so preliminary hearing documents.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Adria Price at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24693.
I think Mr. Smith may still be on the phone with her sister.
Yes, calling her sister.
I have been unsuccessful. I called them up to voicemail, followed up with the text to Olivia. As of right now, I've not heard anything.
Okay, I think that under the circumstances, I don't have any choice but to set a $1,000 cash or surety bond, put it on the docket for Friday.
Thank you.
If we got a competent adult who would kind of take custody of
I will
her,
work on
I would
that.
order her released before then.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Judge. I'm hoping to follow up with Olivia. She is not, that's not her.
So November 1st will be the next hearing for pre-trial.
Hey, I'm going to be down in Ironton tomorrow and Wednesday. I'll stop by there. Are they holding you there, do you know, or are you going to Gallipolis?
I think they're holding me there, but I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure.
Well, I'll pop in tomorrow to talk to you. If not, I'll find you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be in touch soon.
All right.
Thanks.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have my wife and I both have a fear for our lives in this situation. I mean, there was guns found at the house, several guns, not just a few guns, several. And she had a gun on her person with the picture showing it. going, Brandon Street, going right down between our two houses. The picture is available, and the deputy saw the picture, and that's what he went over and talked
I'm
about.
going to file discovery before I leave.
So,
It's not the trial today, so.
I know.
That's what I'm,
But I'm balancing your interests and this lady who obviously has mental competency issues, trying to find the least restrictive alternative. That's what I'm trying to do.
I guess I get a
That
little
will protect
frustrated.
you and not put her in jail.
I'm just
I
getting a little
mean,
frustrated.
I have some frustration with our system. The richest country in the world, we don't have a place to put somebody like this. There should be a place where I can put somebody like
I
this,
agree with you.
where she'll be safe and you'll be safe.
I
But
agree
there
with you.
isn't. So I'm trying to find a place to house her, not in the jail.
I guess that's,
But
I've been
For
dealing,
now, she's gonna be in the jail.
I've been dealing with both of them for 5 months now,
I understand.
and we can't even live our lives.
I will see you Friday, Your Honor. I'll file that discovery before I leave.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Court's